I got a call from her and she said, the doctor told me I might have Parkinson's disease. And my reaction on the phone was, ha ha ha, what? What do you mean? You know, we have all heard of that before. It's an old man's disease, not the 45-year-old mother of 3 boys. So it went from shock initially to, this can't be right, this can't be right. You know, they don't know that for sure. I look at you, I can't see anything.
I had an injury, or at least I thought I had an injury, and I went to the doctors, and one thing led to another, and I ended up at a neurosurgeon. The doctor doing the induction test said, I don't normally do this, but I think you might have Parkinson's.
Parkinson's disease is a progressive nervous system disorder that affects movement. Symptoms typically start gradually in people after age 60 and worsen over time. Young onset Parkinson's, although less spoken about, affects those under 50. Behind every diagnosis is a person and a family trying to navigate everyday life while grappling with a future they did not anticipate. Every individual with Parkinson's has a distinct journey, each with its own story to tell.
You grieve the life you thought you were going to have because you don't have it. It's hard to accept something when everybody's looking at you going, there's no way. There's no way. My biggest fear was I was not going to be able to be the mom, the wife that I wanted to be. And I think it was hard for Mike to watch me drop weight and just going through the motions. And especially Ryan was a senior in high school and I went to everything, I wasn't really there.
Part of the challenge that we had was how do we manage this particular situation with our children, and what do we share with them, and how much do we share with them?
We didn't really talk about it as a family in that between period. I think that I was aware that something weird was going on, but I wasn't quite sure what that thing was. So really early on, we didn't necessarily discuss the diagnosis's impact on the family or what it might mean. It's easy to just try to pretend that it's business as usual and that you're just carrying on with your normal life.
And the way I kind of explain it is there was dinner and food on the table, but the person who cooked it wasn't there. The problem was it was so pervasive within the life of our family that kind of constituted stopping caring about anything family-oriented or family-related.
I think it mostly just comes from that confusion, like what is this? What does this mean for our family?
There's the Lori that's the public Lori, and then there's a Lori at home that feels like she's walking with a walker, but there's no walker there. I'm trying to shield them, and they're trying to shield me. Yes, my life was blown up, and they're expected to help me, but their lives were blown up. This was not my disease. This was my family's disease. Your mom, your wife, I had to get it together. I didn't have a choice. As hard as it was, and God love him. We were talking, and he said, we've got to put the pity party hats away. We have to move on.
But I also think that you reached acceptance sooner than I did. But then, like she said, well, we got a family, we got 3 boys, we still need to get through our lives. But that doesn't happen immediately. You get the acceptance, but then what's the next step? You need to figure out how to get it together to continue to be that mother to that family. And that did take some time.
As that sort of confusion was starting to subside, I think that we really were able to watch my dad and how he sort of addressed the situation. There are a lot of different ways that I think you can respond to a challenge, and he chose to do it through love, support, as a care partnership. And we got to see that. And, for me, that really helped exercise that empathetic muscle.
Maybe it was because we were able to get through this or whatever. Gradually, she started being more positive about things and realized, hey, 3 months have come and gone, and I'm not shaking. I'm not exhibiting those symptoms. I'm not getting to that point. She started turning the corner and saying, well, what can I do that's positive? And she started looking into things and looking into exercise. She saw a doctor. She recommended dancing, so she comes to me, hey, maybe we should take dance lessons. What? Yeah, me. Okay, honey, because I love you, we'll go dancing. So we found a local instructor. It's 9 o'clock every Saturday morning. It became like a date for us to go and do this, just the 2 of us, not in a group, but with this person, and we eventually liked it.
I honestly move differently and feel differently when I'm moving to music. I don't feel like I have Parkinson.
It's not important how you dance, it's that you dance.
As I got older and understood Parkinson's more, I was able to come back a little bit and see them for what it was, which was doing the best that they could with what they had at the time. I brag about my mom in a lot of ways that other people don't. The way she's impacted people positively, the changes she's made in herself, the control she has dictated over her own life is really something I strive for, because I mean, there are times where I feel completely out of control and chaotic, and I can only imagine how she feels.
I just think there are so many ways to respond to a challenging situation, and the way that she chose to do it as an advocate, helping other people is I think inspirational is really the word for it. You know, I'm proud of her, really, to say the truth.
I'm shocked a little bit because I sometimes think I spread myself too thin, and like, do I neglect them for the Parkinson's community? I think they also see that community as a lifeline, just as they are. It's just a different kind of lifeline, and that warms my heart because it's important. It's important that I stay active in the community, and because this is bigger than just me. This is bigger than our family, and that's kind of why I think everybody agreed to do this, because we can't be the only family that has struggles. And I say that for why I write. If I can reach one mom who feels guilty because she couldn't make it to their child's Christmas play because they weren't feeling well, it's okay that happens. It happens. But you can't carry the guilt forever. You gotta lose the guilt quilt. When I give a talk on Parkinson's, which I've done quite a few times, I pretty much say, when I say Parkinson's disease, what do you think about? And usually the first answer is Michael J. Fox and Muhammad Ali. I'm like, not me, right? And I'm like, but I'm Parkinson's. Parkinson's is the mom, the dad, the daughter. I think if you lose hope, you're in big trouble. I mean, I honestly think that that's one of the few things that you can control and can't be taken away from you. You have to balance your worry and your hope and find that fine line, because, you know, do I hope for a cure to come out tomorrow and I get in line the next day? Yeah. Is that realistic? Maybe not, you know, but you have to kind of balance, make your hope realistic, but don't lose it. And I will not lose hope. I might lose hope in a situation, but I won't lose hope in myself.